Welcome back to the channel, guys. Ed from Kansas City. Yes, I got capped last night, guys. Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. If you celebrate Happy Thanksgiving, it is a Thanksgiving tradition for those who do it in various states. I won't get into all that. I stayed home all night. I didn't go anywhere. Shame on me, definitely. I should have. But while I was in the middle of preoccupied with other things, I noticed all the alarms. I didn't pay them any attention because my camera normally goes off a lot because I was monitoring stuff. We had some people picking up stuff, and so I didn't pay attention until they just a bombardment of notifications, and then I realized, oh damn, all right, I'm being attacked. Okay, so something I normally don't worry about, and I didn't worry this time, but yeah, there is the test run right there. No leader, just a maybe checking my Felix, something like that. Not a lot of troops in there at all, guys. There is the next hit there. He decided to go with a rally. He used a range rally there. Pretty good gear there too, guys. That's his fake gear, but he has pretty good gear. Very, very respectable. A lot of kills. So this guild here, I think it's MD Guild, MD Dot or something like that. They are very on alert. They're ready for my guild that I'm in to be offline. They just kind of like always waiting, just basically like vultures, just sitting over here waiting for somebody to go offline. All these capsules in here are pretty small. none of them are really big, which we'll get into that. But I wanted to show you guys that I'm there. You see me sitting in training gear. So, yeah, I haven't been zeroed in forever, guys, and I still don't consider myself zeroed. I mean, it's just 9 million troops. I think we'll look and we'll see that there was still thousands, millions saved. So I think what happened is what we'll see is there's just a lot of siege in there, guys. It's really not even needed. But that's what was left. As you guys can see, I'll move that out the way. A lot of destroyers, guys. T4 destroyers. So with having the sanctuary, a lot of that's going to just go immediately to the sanctuary. There was really no T4 in here. There was a decent amount of T5, like 200k each, almost 300k each. And that's it. And there you see the captor right there. Came in for the cleanup. Pretty good gear. Not a lot of kills. Alright. So everything else is just... This is where I just got the bombardment of just the persistent spam notifications. But by then I was already... When I logged in, my leader was captured. Like I said, I heard it. I was sitting there, but I was preoccupied. And I didn't think it was a game because lately I've been putting on a 1-day shield. And I've been logging in about that time, like yesterday, the day before yesterday. Today is Friday, guys. It is November 28th, Friday. But a couple of days before, I was real busy, and I was actually going to let my shield drop and then see when they would come and maybe take a rally or two, but I was preoccupied, so I said I'm not going to fool with it. So there you see the troops that are left. I still have about 6 million plus troops left, something like that. So yeah, that's 6 million troops. I had 9 So definitely there was some loss there. I'd have to literally look at the report to kind of see exactly what I lost, but we know it was siege. A lot of siege did not get saved, and that's a good thing. And you see me popping a poison there. Doesn't take much when you have a few troops. And yeah, there he is right there. So, um, yeah, they just like to huddle around. Uh, they just like to huddle around kingdoms, around weak castles, predators in a sense, getting the prey. But nothing traumatic there. I'm not really in full concentrated active gaming mode at all, so I don't really trip on anything. Alrighty, guys. Alright. They got some deads out of there, and they got a lot of survivors out of there. That was the leaderless one right there. MD period. So it's crazy because I just witnessed a few days ago where it seemed like everybody in the cluster of our guild was being attacked. Was everyone was unshielded, and that's the day that I also said I was going to let my shield fall and then see what they would do. It's good to know, though. The good thing to know is that with that particular rally leader, Tequila TG, I could take a rally from him. The problem is I wouldn't be able to take multiple, and even with the amount of troops that were in there, less than 10 million, I could take a rally, but I'd have to counter him, of course, for him to get capped, and he could still possibly get a walk back, depending on um, if I'm able to counter him properly. Uh, so, I don't want to hurt you. So yeah. In protecting mode because there's nothing really that they can do because I don't have very many troops and I don't really have much or anything to really lose. So the good side of it is that with him killing the troops, I don't have to worry about losing any more troops because I won't heal those troops because I'm not in any kind of activity where I need those troops. Although we do have Dragon Arena today, and I would like to participate in that, even though I'm going to be busy today also. But I would like to participate in that and do some rallies and things like that. But again, there's only a few players in our guild, so it's not like we're actually going to have a lot of people online to probably even be able to fill a rally. There was some wise words from DN there. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. I'm going to go directly in game and let you guys see what I'm talking about here. So I'm going to pause here. Still got a few minutes left, so I can wait a few minutes. I don't think I was doing anything. Yeah, it's really difficult to, I'll go ahead and go in game, guys. I'm not going to be doing anything right here. It's a new shield I just did. He released the leader, guys, of course. Once he saw that I took the Devil's Cup, he went ahead and killed the leader. Well, he actually released it. But sometimes it's smart to release the leader rather than kill it, because you figure if you release it, which he could have held it longer. But if you release it, you have a better chance of the person making the same mistake again, and you can cap the leader again, which really doesn't do any good because you're just capping the leader. You're not getting any kills. But nonetheless, that's a whole different story there. Yeah, man. So that's the thing I'm saying there is it didn't really hurt me any at all. Let's see if we can see what actually was actually lost in here. Let's go here. Let's see. See what we started with and what we lost, what we actually lost on the first run. So as you can see on the, we had a lot of siege left. On his hit, all the cavalry, all the everything but the range was dead on that first hit, as you can see right there. So we left a lot of range in the first hit there. So a lot of range was left, T2 range was left in general, and then a lot of siege. And then we had a total of 200K T5 range left. On the second hit, which was a solo, nothing was wounded, but of course things go to the sanctuary, and it seems like destroyers are definitely left. All the T2 siege went to the, were dead, and of course they went to the sanctuary. And the left, what's left is the destroyers. So yeah, it's difficult to say exactly what's left. My lord. You can tell us right here what we got in here. T2, some destroyers, and not a lot of T5 in there. And then on the left side, in the Divine Providence side, it doesn't tell you necessarily what is actually in there. It tells you what's arrived and what's en route. So actually, 3 million has arrived, 2.4 million is en route. So that's a total of 5. That's a total of 6 on this side. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 6.3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 6 point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 75, 85, 90. Almost 7 million troops are left, guys. As you can see right there. Almost 7 million troops are left. This is one of the things I thought that I could probably do, guys. I could, for the sake of trapping, I could build a lot of troops and put them in the Mirage Rim here. I could build a lot of troops and put them in the Mirage Rim and hide them there for when I'm attacking. I can bring them out. I don't know if that is going to be a good thing to do or not, because that takes us back to spending on Lawrence Mobile, and I would actually have to be very active as well as stupid to spend on Lawrence Mobile. So I don't think that's going to happen. But I've always definitely wanted to be to not want to be but to do some trapping. But I actually wanted to do it with my own other account, but just too many troops. That was where I was kind of directed when I used to lose a lot of might and a lot of troops, but I had a lot of extra base might too. So I didn't really get to do that. I wanted to actually do some trapping, but even with the might that I had, which was 2.6 billion, it was still kind of costly to migrate. So it really wasn't the right weight to have. So I was really struggling with how many troops I actually need to, because I had like 45 million troops. So I'm thinking I'd have to probably still lose a ton of troops more, and that didn't really kind of it didn't really work out well in my mind to drop even more troops. Uh, but we never reached that point because I quit the game. So, all right. So now we got some troops in here too as well, guys. 300 in there. So that's like 7.2 million troops. So overall, I lost about 2.2 million troops. So is it fair to say that you lose about 2.5% of your troops when you're defending? Unless you have, like, you guys know, this sanctuary can only hold 90 million troops max. So if you have 200 million troops, if you have a ton of troops, then you are zeroed all those troops that remain after the first waves of troops fill the sanctuary. The rest are dead, and more than likely, those troops are going to be your higher tier troops, your T5 and your T4, that are going to be the ones that are actually completely dead. So, all right. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. Just show you the zero that happened there. IGG with their stuff that they're doing here, man. I haven't really been watching or paying attention to any of this, guys, and I don't have any interest to pay attention to it. It's the same thing, just in a different background, a different layout, or same thing, guys. What a gamble, guys. This game is such a gamble. It's all rigged up, all lottery. I wanted to be in there, but I just been busy, guys, with that, so I couldn't really get in there. That sucks. Locator. Arena. I won't be able to participate in that because I don't have any troops, and I don't think I'm going to heal my troops for a expedition, a sparring, a warring that we probably will not feel. We won't even feel. So that's not going to happen. Alright, guys, so that's what I want to show you guys. So that was cool. Getting zeroed was cool. You know, all the troops were saved except 2.5%, basically, something like that. So that's what actually is the margin there. It used to be like a 60-40 type thing when you have a sanctuary, when you have an infirmary. It used to be that. Well, it still is when you're attacking. But for the person defending, you save about 2.5% of your troops. Somewhere in that range. Somewhere in that range. It's probably just it could be 2%, guys. Or something like that. Anyway, I'm out, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good weekend. I'm out here from Kansas City.